back. You're watching NewsX and I'm Megha Sharma. The exit of Raghav Chadha from Aam Aadmi Party has turned ugly and deeply personal. After Raghav Chadha called Aam Aadmi Party a toxic workplace and joined the BJP along with 6 other Rajya Sabha MPs, the party hit back hard. Senior Aam Aadmi Party leader Saurabh Bharadwaj launched a stinging personal attack saying that if Raghav Chadha could get married today, it was because the Aam Aadmi Party made him Member of Parliament. Otherwise, no one would have asked him. He further said that he is married because the party made him Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament. Now, interestingly, when Raghav Chadha married actor Parineeti Chopra in 2023, top Aam Aadmi Party leaders including Arvind Kejriwal, Bhagwant Mann, Sanjay Singh had attended the grand wedding in Udaipur and celebrated with the couple. From wedding guests to bitter personal jibes, the once close relationship in fact has hit rock bottom. To discuss this, I am being joined by a number of panelists. Let's start off our conversation. Vandana Sinha of the Aam Aadmi Party is with me. Vandana, let's hear it from you. Do you think it was necessary for Mr. Saurabh Bharadwaj to stoop to such a low and take a personal dig at Raghav Chadha on his marriage and taking all credit, saying Aam Aadmi Party was solely responsible for Raghav Chadha to have gotten a match in Parineeti Chopra?
Good evening to everyone. So, as far as Saurabh Bharadwaj's statement is concerned, I'll take you back in 2012 when Raghav Chadha was nothing. So, Raghav Chadha is Raghav Chadha. Why? Because Raghav Chadha was made Raghav Chadha in Aam Aadmi Party. So, because Raghav Chadha was nothing before to Aam Aadmi Party, whatever he got, whatever he became, now he is a Rajya Sabha member. So, from where he got all these images? It's a very clear that everything he got here in Aam Aadmi Party itself. He became rapacious these days. So, because now he joined Aam Aadmi, by leaving Aam Aadmi Party and joining BJP, now tomorrow he will wake up and taste the coffee. So, it's very clear because...
But how does it matter who is Raghav Chadha marrying, who is he having, in what relationship he is in, whether he is marrying Parineeti Chopra or he is marrying some XYZ person? How does it concern his political rise? How is Parineeti Chopra helping Raghav Chadha gain political and public popularity? Is she?
This is very clear because Raghav Chadha, what happened for last 1 year, we can see the graph. We all can see the graph, the way Raghav Chadha was acting for last 1 year in parliament. Do you think this is the way that one Rajya Sabha member should act? We are talking about, there are lots of...
I'm not asking, I'm not asking you about how Raghav Chadha's behavior has been in the Rajya Sabha, what points and what issues that he has taken up, whether they have been orchestrated by the BJP in conjunction with the BJP or not. That is another allegation that has been made by the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. My only sole question is, how does it matter whether Raghav Chadha marries Parineeti or anybody else? Do you think this comment, a personal attack on Raghav Chadha by Saurabh Bharadwaj, was perhaps unwarranted and maybe he would like to retract it?
There is nothing wrong about it. If Raghav Chadha was nothing, definitely there is no one who is asking Raghav Chadha to do something for them. So it is absolutely right, because when...
So are you saying if Raghav Chadha was not made Member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha, Parineeti Chopra would not have married him? Is that what you're saying?
It is a clear truth. It's a truth actually. It's a truth.
Okay.
If you ask Raghav Chadha himself, he will answer the same.
Okay.
Because see, me and you, everyone is here and we can clearly see, because Raghav Chadha is today is a MP, today is Rajya Sabha member, therefore he got everything. Whatever he got fame,
Okay.
he got power.
You know, I'm so keen to actually put out that clip of Parineeti Chopra where she is, I think it's such a non-relevant debate that I'm doing right now, but I'm forced to do this. But if you take a clip of Parineeti's interview some years ago, at the time that she was dating Raghav Chadha, she specifically mentioned that when I met Raghav Chadha, I did not even know he is a politician, let alone he was a Rajya Sabha Member of Parliament. It's like after she has met him, after she has shown interest in the guy, is when she reveals that her brother has informed her, educated her about Raghav Chadda's credentials. But anyway, okay, RP Singh of the BJP is also on the telecast with me. RP Singh, of course, you know, there are allegations being made by Aam Aadmi Party. The reasons behind Raghav Chadda joining the BJP, that for the last 1 year and a half, he was colluding with the BJP, he was raking up issues, whether it was about the gig workers, whether it was about the cost of water or drinks at the airport, or you know, so many other things that he raised, and that made him really popular amongst the youth. Do you find any truth to these allegations?
But Megha, first, it's very shameful that Mr. Saurabh Bhardwaj has picked up such subject. I mean, he is very below the belt, saying that you got married to so and so because of we promoted you into Rajya Sabha. I mean, it's very shameful in public life you make such comments. But by the same parameter, Mr. Kejriwal got his daughter married. I'm sorry, I have to be personal here. He got his daughter married. He organized a function in Shangri-La Hotel, and thereafter in Kapurthala House. How much? I mean, although he used to say that हम लोग 5 लोगों की शादी करेंगे, we will be very simple, we will not do anything which is expensive. But someone can ask how much money he would have spent and how this money was brought in, and how the money was channelized, all these expenses. So this is something very, very sad and silly again, that you are raising question on one's personal life, and that too the married life. There are a lot of questions being raised about Mr. Kejriwal and about his lifestyle. I mean, the Sheesh Mahal 1, the Sheesh Mahal 2, the Sheesh Mahal 3. I mean, someone should ask the questions. Someone should ask the manager the question about the Sheesh Mahal 1, 2, and 3. So you splurge, you use public money, you get all those what you are doing as entitlement as a chief minister. Otherwise, who would like to spare that sort of money for you? When he used to say that I remember he when he came for swearing and he came in a Wagoner. So where is that Wagoner going today?
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
The man, I've been told, I might be wrong, I've been told that he had some golden seats in his Sheesh Mahal 1. And I've been told that they were plugged and ordinary seats were put before he left the Sheesh Mahal. But again, all in hearsay. But fact is that a lot of money, public money was spread, and also a lot of money was spread in personal functions also. So a lot of questions can be raised on that also. But again, that is his personal life. I mean, he's entitled to do whatever he wants to do. And then again, saying that Raghav got married to Chopra because he was a member of parliament, it's very in a right good taste at all.
Okay. Okay, all right. There is an audio issue with RP Singh's connection. We'll try to fix that as soon as possible. But I'm going to come to Joyita Basu. Joyita, this situation about Raghav Chadda and deciding to leave the party and taking 6 MPs along with him, and news of a number of Punjab MLAs also considering joining Raghav Chadda and being part of the BJP. Do you think it has been trivialized with that dig that has been taken by Saurabh Bhardwaj? And could it have been, I don't know, it should not have been said?
Well, Megha, of course it shouldn't have been said. And the thing is that, you see, for a public representative, for a Rajya Sabha MP in this case, as long as his behavior, his conduct, his personal life is not affecting the public in any way, no one has any right to say about anything. His personal life is something, nobody should touch. And it is frankly, he could, okay, if I have to take the Aam Aadmi Party's argument, he's the worst politician or the worst kind of person that has happened to this country. So is that affecting his public life in any way? Is that having an effect on some kind of, the people of the country in any way? No, nothing. So why are we bothered? It's his personal life, completely his personal life. Leave him aside. Whether he got married, for what reason, whether they fell in love or not, who are outsiders to judge? When it comes to personal relationship, outsiders do not have anything. So it is frankly, I would say it is extremely petty, and it is extremely, totally unwarranted.
But talking about being petty, and this is something Indian politics, or for that matter global politics, is accustomed to. There have been such petulant, cheap, downright disgusting remarks that have been made by our politicians across party lines. Let's not just pick Saurabh Bharadwaj alone. From Digvijay Singh, from other political leaders, they have made some really strong, hurtful remarks on politicians, against Sonia Gandhi, against Prime Minister Narendra Modi, against a number of politicians, and I can remember a few of them, and I would not obviously want to say it because they are disgusting, and I would not want to repeat those. But do you think political discourse has stooped to a very low level?
Yes, of course. And this is, as I said, this is not political discourse. This is just being petty. If you are talking about somebody's work, I can understand. Aam Aadmi Party has every right to be angry with Raghav Chadha. People who know him have every right to question his loyalties. They have every right to ask him things like, the party that you were so stringently opposed to, how is it that overnight, or if not overnight, whatever happened, that you changed your views? Every right. But this whole comment about, his wife married him because he's a Rajya Sabha MP, how do you know that?
Okay.
And as you mentioned, the thing is that this was totally avoidable.
Okay, all right. Raja Lakshmi, do you think a statement from Pariniti Chopra might just clear things and put an end to this back and forth that is happening? I don't know. There's complete silence from Raghav Chadda's side on this.
Hello, Megha. I think that Mr. Raghav Chadda and Pariniti Chopra are behaving exactly the way they should. They're showing absolute dignity in their silence. So I think that this doesn't actually need any response, because why he married her or why she married him, I don't think that is a business of anybody outside them both. So this is something absolutely unwarranted and uncalled for, and a very petty comment, as has been mentioned by you and by Joyita also. So one more thing that I would want to say is that I'm hearing a lot of this thing about how Mr. Arvind Kejriwal has made Mr. Raghav Chadda, he made Swati Maliwal, he made a fool of all of them and all of us as well, very frankly. Because just look at it, that what was Mr. Arvind Kejriwal before the formation of the Aam Aadmi Party? And how was the Aam Aadmi Party formed? Would he have, as an individual, just by himself, been able to be the Chief Minister of Delhi, or run his party, or have another ministry, or have another government in another state of Punjab? Was it possible for him as an individual? It was an entire teamwork. It was, as Mr. Raghav Chadda has said, he was a founding member of this team. And just remember that there have been so many people in the past who have actually built this party with a lot of sweat and toil, and they were all shown the door because they did not have a common point of agreement with Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So anybody who has a disagreement, anybody who doesn't follow his line, they're just shown the door.
Okay,
so whatever
but do you think this comment that has been made by Saurabh Bharadwaj, he would most definitely not have made it had it not been Pariniti Chopra, had it not been a Bollywood actor, a famous actor from Bollywood, and maybe he did not marry somebody from who has a public persona, who is an influencer, who is a person, a celebrity in her own right.
Megha, they have questioned the identity of Mr. Raghav Chadda, and they're talking as if Mr. Raghav Chadha was a nobody, and these are the people who built him. Just don't forget that it was not only Mr. Raghav Chadha, but there were 6 other people. Are they going to say the same thing about Mr. Ashok Mittal? Are they going to say the same thing about Harbhajan Singh? All of them have also left the party. So what about them?
Yeah,
They are
Harbhajan
very
Singh is
well
also
established
married to an
individuals.
actress. FYI, he's married to a Bollywood actress.
So they have found, some things to hit at him about, and this is an absolute law. So being a Bollywood actress is just incidental. They're two individuals who married each other. Like you said, that she may have had her own reasons, and she, for all you know, she may not even be very happy about the fact that he's a politician. So that is completely different. So she
Okay.
may not have looked at him as a politician. So that I don't think is material at all. So
Okay,
the
okay,
fact is
alright.
that they were claiming that they made him, and now they are saying that she wouldn't have married him if it were not for them.
Okay,
So I
alright.
think they're going
Alright.
lower and lower in how they're hitting at him.
Okay, let me quickly get in Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson Vandana Sinha back into the conversation. Vandana, had Raghav Chadha not married Pariniti Chopra or any Bollywood actress, but married somebody with a more private life, would Saurabh Bharadwaj have been comfortable with his personal choices? And perhaps not made a comment such as this?
See, the way Raghav Chadha backstepped the Aam Aadmi Party, and as far as Pariniti Chopra being a Bollywood star, just give me a single example of a Bollywood star who marries a common man, who does not have a power, who does not have a money, and etc. etc. Just give me a single example. So just you have to make this statement relevant. How and why that Saurabh Bharadwaj made this statement? Because that Raghav Chadha is a powerful man now. He is a big politician. Therefore, Pariniti Chopra got married with Raghav Chadha. Otherwise, I have not seen a single person, I have not seen a single Bollywood star who married with a person like Raghav Chadha, like a common man. But because she got married with Raghav Chadha, because he's a powerful person, this is the relevancy of this statement. And this is 100% truth. This is 100%.
But do you think Raghav Chadha was not successful before he came into political limelight? He was a successful chartered accountant, if I remember.
I have never seen any
and he
Bollywood
has
star
studied in a
getting
very
married to a chartered
prestigious.
accountant.
He has studied in a very prestigious university. In fact, I would give you this information that Raghav Chadha and Pariniti Chopra were batchmates from the same college, and they met. They met abroad for an award that both of them were getting. And that was a chance encounter. So that's what I'm saying. Again, you at this point of time are making allegations. You are not questioning Raghav Chadha. You at this point of time are questioning Pariniti Chopra, that she married Raghav Chadha only because of his fame, only because of his political clout, only because of the fact that he is a member of Parliament of India. So now, are you asking? Are you seeking answers from Pariniti Chopra?
See, as what I am telling you on this point, because Raghav Chadha, as I already stated, that if Raghav Chadha was not a member of Parliament, everybody would have seen whether the Pariniti Chopra got married with Raghav Chadha or not. So,
But that's what
when
I'm
Raghav
asking.
Chadha-
You at this point in time are assuming this. You are saying
No,
that
no, I am
because
not
there is a, no.
assuming.
You are
I
saying
just
that
asked
because
you-
there is a
asked a
trend,
single example,
because
simply
you see a
asked
pattern,
simply,
therefore this must be the truth. Therefore, that is why you apparently are reading Pariniti Chopra's mind and making a calculated guess that maybe that's why, because statistics are in favor of such kind of marriages in the past, therefore Pariniti also must have made a similar decision. You still don't know whether it is the truth or not. You at this point of time are making acquisitions, and by making acquisitions, these are also cases of defamation against a particular person. You at this point of time are also defaming not just Raghav Chadha, who is in the political limelight, but also Pariniti Chopra for the choices that she has made. And you are at this point of time assuming that Pariniti Chopra has made those choices. Anyway, all right, I am going to bring in RP Singh once again into the conversation. And RP Singh, I want to talk a little more seriously about the numbers game over here. There are 7 members of parliament from Aam Aadmi Party who have moved to the BJP. Up until now, BJP has not had 6.6% votes. BJP has 6.6% votes in Punjab. Not a single member of parliament from Punjab, but it now is ahead of other political parties with regards to the 86% seats that it has garnered by virtue of these 7 MPs defecting and joining the BJP. How does the math align, and how does this impact the elections that are going to take place in 10 months in Punjab?
Megha, I'll come to that, but I'm shocked at the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. He was challenging that, tell us the name of a film actor or actress who has got married to a simple person. Madhuri Dixit, she got married to Dr. Nene. I mean, who knew Dr. Nene before he got married to Dr. Madhuri Dixit? So, Zui Chawla, for that regard, he got married to Jay Mehta. I mean, there are many more stars who got married to people of their choice from outside the film industry and people who were not in the fame, in the game of being famous in their domain. But let's point aside, coming to your subject on this, how much percentage of vote and what sort of effect it will have in Punjab. You are wrong. We have already crossed 18 point some benchmark, 18.6% benchmark in Punjab in last parliamentary election, and that is good enough to trigger us, take us ahead. And with obviously with now the 7 member parliament joining our group, this will also give us a boost in Punjab. But otherwise also we are good enough. And then today we are there in each and every district. We contested Panchayat elections. We have contested all local body elections, and then on our symbols. And there are people who get elected on our symbol and our party on our party name. So BJP is good and strong enough to take the plunge this time to form the government. And then the way the Aam Aadmi Party is defamed now and is in a bad situation today, no one is going to vote for them. Hindi में कहते हैं इस बार उनका सोफा साफ होगा. For example, I was going through detail today itself. There are more than 3 murders a day average in Punjab. There was a track which was a person wanted to blow that the railway track, supposed to be a Khalistani. Khalistani element has started propping up again. Gangsters are ruling the roast because everyone in Punjab feels unsafe today because of gangsters. And then every now and then cops are being killed. Recently 2 cops were killed.
Yeah.
Even the Aam Aadmi Party leaders are being killed. The panchayat leaders and the other leaders are being killed. So the law and order has totally collapsed. Punjab is under huge debt. It's almost 4 lakh crore plus. And recently also they have taken some loan of 1,500 put together. Last month they have taken loan of some 2,300 crore rupees. And they still have to clear due of some 14,000 crore rupees of their DA, which is still pending. And then as per the court order, it has to be cleared by July. So Punjab is in a financial mess. Punjab is in a social mess. Drugs are being supplied there in the jail now. The drone are being used to serve the material inside the jail. So law and order has collapsed. The social system has collapsed. And obviously, the gangsters and the fanatics are there ruling the roost.
Okay, all right. So again, I'm going to, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to keep a lookout on how elections are going to happen in Punjab. Is there going to be any impact that this 7 MPs defection from Aam Aadmi Party to BJP is going to have on the ground? Are there MLAs from Aam Aadmi Party that are going to move into the BJP? BJP is also an interesting question to ask, and whether Aam Aadmi Party will be able to retain its stronghold in Punjab come the elections in the next 10 months in the state. All right, I'm out of time. I thank all of you for joining me on the telecast, sharing your views.